Hi. Hi, friends. Happy Thursday.
What it do, everybody? Ooh, I know that
Crisp.
sound.
It's Thursday. That's that sound.
Thursday, firing pin
To all
live
of you
stream.
out there.
What's up, everyone?
I felt like a rock star when I did that because the fan blew my shirt up, and I felt pretty cool. It's the first time I've ever done that. Felt cool. How are you? How was your week? Did you miss us? It's been 7 days. It feels like a lifetime.
Right? Feels like it's been a long time since we were
Too long.
together.
Together forever. Good evening, Jim. I miss you.
Hey, Jim, what's up, man?
I hope you're feeling better. I remember last week you were feeling a little under the weather.
Yeah, at the end, right?
Eventful stream going on. Super eventful. We are doing a cool little giveaway of this VHS. I can't really tell you what's in there for ethical reasons. Not ethical.
It's a surprise. But if
Yeah,
you know,
sure. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know, right?
Thank you. We are going to be doing it a little bit unique. If you remember a few streams ago, we did a phrase word. I will announce when that phrase word is. You should stay watching because you'll have the right timestamp to go and watch on Spotify or YouTube or Apple Music. Pretty much any other upload other than live right now. We will drop a word, and that's all you got to do. Just repeat that word. The first person to repeat it in our Facebook, our Messenger, our YouTube comments, our Facebook comments, anybody, the first person to do it, we will be handing off this Black Triangle VHS to you. If you know who Black Triangle is, just give them a quick look, and you will not be disappointed.
Their merchandise is very cool.
Very cool.
It's niche, but it's very cool.
How are you, Pat?
I'm doing well. Do you want to take care of some business here at the top of the show?
Well, yeah, but first, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. We're missing Brandon tonight. We'll get into the
Brandon's not here.
Right. We'll get into the specifics on that a little bit later. Probably Brandon will be joining us a little bit later on.
He's at the board meeting.
He is. He's at the board meeting trying to get final approval for the plans for the upgrades to the building.
Michael, you're not going to guess the movie, I promise. You should just look at Black Triangle's website. Later. Don't do it now, because then you're going to leave us. You know who we're not going to leave?
Beyond Driven Fitness and Performance.
Beyond Driven Fitness. We'll never leave.
We will never leave those guys. Main Street in Leroy. If you've been watching the stream, then you know the deal. 24/7 access for their membership. They have some of the most top-notch facilities and equipment in the Western New York area. They have personal trainers on site, and they have classes for
boxing.
Those of us. Beyond Boxing is one of the course offerings that they have. Spin Fit, cross training, you name it. They have it. Check them out.
I just love that mom and pop gym feel. Brandon says this often, that if you were to take us and turn it into a gym, it's the same energy. It's hard, like you go to Planet Fitness and you want to wear a plate carrier.
That's a no-go.
You're going to get some weird looks and probably red flagged.
I don't think it's going to fly.
Beyond Driven, I mean, I would ask them first, but I definitely think they would let you run in a plate carrier.
Oh, it's cool. You can go.
Yeah.
I've trained over there in a plate carrier before.
I'd want to ask first just to be polite and nice, but they definitely aren't that corporate where you're going to get hung up or red flagged even. Don't bring a rifle, obviously.
No, don't do that.
That'll probably end very bad for you.
We
all of these UFOs and aliens.
We do have a lot
scary.
of crazy stuff in
That's
the news.
all over the news.
About,
Yeah.
well.
You know what protects me from aliens? These little blue bags.
Microenvironments.
Microenvironments that these blue bags create. We have one actually up here.
That's what I was looking for.
I keep wanting to do more content with these guys. I promise Mitch, I promise Jason, we are going to make a little video. I was brainstorming a video in the shower last night about what I want to do. I made this great TikTok. Ugh, TikTok's gross. We got banned from TikTok. Speaking of that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had to make another TikTok. Regardless, I made a great video of the tombstone, the POF tombstone.
Yep.
And Facebook throttled that video really hard, so most of you guys probably didn't see it. But I want to make a very similar video with API, just what they do and how great they are. So the microenvironments are important if you want to the anti-corrosion. Honestly, it's just one of those products I keep all of my grandfather's guns in, or ammunition, or anything collectible.
So before you would use something like that, a lot of us would use like either a soft case or a gun sock or something like that, right? That's going to retain a lot of moisture, and make those especially antique firearms and things that are, a little bit older, that are blued and stuff like that, as opposed to being like stainless steel, right? Those things are going to be a lot more prone to rusting. So want to make sure that we're not putting them into some sort of container that's going to make that more likely. Is the fan?
The fan's being annoying. I use them for all of my ammo as well. All of my ammo cans, you don't have to do it. You can leave them in the box, but I take all of my ammo out of the box and dump them into API bags in the ammo cans. They fit perfectly. And they make great little small parts bags. So if you build an AR, or you buy a bunch of parts for an AR build kit, or whatever you do, you can just slap them in there and not have to worry about it.
ARs, those are scary.
Yeah, I don't think you should have those. No need for any civilian to ever own an AR.
Call the cops. All right, so
are you scared of aliens, Pat?
Am I scared of aliens? The more that I hear our government pushing the idea that there are aliens, the less afraid of aliens I become, weirdly enough.
What are they distracting us from? That's all I ever.
That's all you really need to ask yourself, right? At the end of the day, is like,
look here, but like, what's over there?
Yeah, I don't know. Based on some of the testimony that you guys may have heard, today in Congress, it sounded to me like there was some pretty slippery language being used as far as like off-Earth technology, and as far as like non-human,
organic,
or biologics or whatever. Like,
weird.
That could mean a lot of different things depending on the specific context. And I really didn't feel like there were that many questions that were answered today. So,
do you guys believe? What are your thoughts? Do you have a UFO story? Any cool UFO stories? We'll definitely blast those out on the internet.
I haven't done much research into this, but somebody brought up a pretty interesting point, which is that it seems as though a lot of the UFO stories that we're all familiar with, they all seem to originate from the United States. Like, there don't seem to be that many really compelling UFO stories coming from other places. And,
well, UFO lore is with the nukes. They didn't start coming around until we started nuking our country. Nevada and tests. So
I've heard.
I guess that's how I could explain it.
I've heard that proposition as well. I don't really know too much about it, but it's just kind of interesting to think about. Like, why would the aliens just be hanging out in the Western Hemisphere?
Yeah, and specifically the Western Hemisphere. I understand that. But do they even care about what hemisphere they're looking at? I mean, we go to specific areas to look at specific groups of chimps.
Sure.
What if they're just observing?
Yeah, I don't know.
But again, it's so hard.
It's interesting.
I don't. Every time they're talking about it, I almost don't even trust it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll get some more input from the viewership on their thoughts on the alien thing, because honestly, I don't really know enough about it to get too deep in the weeds. We were having an interesting conversation before the chat got going about something way less exciting, which is pants. And in specific, right, like the belt loop configuration of your pants.
Pat comes in saying, he's like, all I want to talk about on stream is pants.
I don't know that was the exact conversation, but yeah, something
talk about your
like
pants.
That.
It's fine.
Well, something in specific that was bothering me is the shorts that I'm wearing. They have 5 belt loops. Okay, they have kind of 2 in the front, kind of 2 near the back, and then they have 1 in the middle in the back. So the belt loop spacing is really kind of awkward.
Okay.
Right? And these shorts are relatively loose. So I have like a 30-inch waist or whatever, and these are like a 32-inch waists on the shorts. So having the awkward belt loop spacing makes them less comfortable to wear with a concealed handgun. That's where I was going with that. Is like the belt loop spacing doesn't support the gun very well, so it makes the pants or the belt feel heavy on my hips. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
It doesn't wear well. So like depending on your spacing of your belt loops on your pants, it can make things more or less difficult when you carry a concealed pistol. And I don't know if enough people think about that. Like we talk all the time about like how big should my handgun be and what kind of holster should I buy and what kind of belt should I have. But like one of the things that I don't think anybody really thinks about,
what pants should I be buying?
Well, like how does the selection of my pants impact the selection of everything else, or how does it help or hurt, right? Because it's a total like system, I guess, is the overarching theme. So I don't know if people pay attention to that kind of stuff, or if they notice it, or if it's something that they realize could kind of impact the comfort of what they're doing. Yes, pants are overrated, I agree, but they're also required equipment in most social settings.
I think Cody wants you to. He said sew your pants. Sew your shorts. Sorry, yep. I think he meant to say show. I think he wants you to take. I'm not advocating for this.
He wants me to take them in. I think he's saying that I should like have them.
I know Cody, and I think he definitely wants you to take your pants off on stream. I'm not advocating for that. I don't want that. That's all Cody.
I'm also not advocating for that.
All Cody, I promise. So go. Sorry to distract. I just want to hit some of these comments.
Please.
When we asked about UFOs earlier,
do we have some?
Jonathan said, when I was a child, for a while, I kept waking up at 3 a.m. for some unknown reason. Does that count? 3 a.m. is the witching hour, man. That might be like demonic, not aliens. Get that checked out.
You'd have to ask somebody that knows more than I do about aliens, I guess.
Jeremiah, I miss you. Jeremiah says maybe the ATF should worry about UFOs.
Ooh, that would be a good job for them.
Is that a short-barreled ray gun? Do aliens have dogs? Do you think?
They would until the ATF started investigating them, and then
any aliens out there, beware of bringing your dogs here.
That would be the end.
And Michael always has great things to say. If materials from another world were actually here, the Saudi Arabia would have bought them by now. And I agree. It's crazy how I feel like in my lifetime, Saudi Arabia has gotten like disgustingly rich.
Well, I mean, yeah, they have been exporting oil and selling it to us for a long time, and we've really propped them up in a pretty significant way because they're our allies in the Middle East. So,
don't they have the tallest building?
I'm sure they have a lot of crazy stuff.
We have the internet. Hey, Joe, can you pull that up? Jamie? While you're doing that, John asks, what are we giving away?
What are we giving away, Ty?
This really cool VHS case full of contents that I can't really disclose on the internet. All you have to do is listen to the live stream. We will insert a blank with a word, and the first person to comment that word will win it. We will reach out.
Hey, Joe, did you drop the Black Triangle group link into the chat?
I think he's looking up the tallest.
Okay, well,
I'm looking up the building. You do the Black Triangle. That's Dubai. The Burj Khalifa.
Wow.
In Dubai. I think I mixed up Saudi Arabia and Dubai in my head when I was talking about that.
I don't know that much about either country, to be frank with you.
Ricky, you don't even need a VHS tape player to play this. It'll work just fine. I assure you.
Yeah, Josiah's going to go ahead and drop the
he already did
link in the chat.
Our boy is on it.
So if you go to that link, you can look up the Bravo Tango Golf 10 Sierra Echo November Kilo Alpha. Bravo Tango Golf 10 Sanka.
That's a specific movie.
That's a specific movie that you can purchase from the Black Triangle.
We also carry,
folks.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're good.
We also carry Black Triangle holsters, and
We do.
I have been rocking one every day, and I'm loving it. I don't have the light bearing version.
Mhm.
When I do get the light bearing version, I'm gonna start carrying my pistola with a light, and I don't know. I'm loving it. The discreet. Who makes the clips?
Discreet carry concepts.
Yes, their clips come with it, and they are phenomenal. I love such a nice little upgrade. All of my other holsters, I would upgrade that. They come with it.
I really like the discreet carry concepts clips. I've been recommending them for a long time. I'm glad that we carry them here because it does make a great upgrade to the holsters that you can buy without, having those as an option. Some companies do use them as like original equipment on the holsters, and others, you can just buy them as an upgrade.
That's it? That's all you got to say about? I'm sorry. I just want to hear you talk more about them.
I have used them on probably 4 or 5 different holsters at this point, and
I'm on my 3rd holster with them.
Mm-hmm.
We used to carry them before the fire, and we'll definitely carry them when we have more retail space. That's been one of the big issues with this building is we as a company are still growing, and we want to grow, and we want to get new products, but we are so limited with what products we can actually bring in and get right now because of how small the space is.
Just not a whole lot of square footage in here, so you got to prioritize, and you got to get the things that we know we can move, and the things that people come in and ask about all the time. Excuse me.
Roger, yes, clips are for holding bullets, and so are magazines. You drove Pat to drink. Thank you.
I mean, technically, clips do hold bullets, so.
Do we have a Glock 45 in stock?
No.
I thought we did. We have a 47. We can get you a Blue Label 45 for sure if you wanted to come in. We're still Blue Label dealers, so if anybody wants a Blue Label firearm, or Glock, I should say specifically, we're 100% able to hook you up with that.
Those Glock 45 Blue Label guns are very nice. However, if I were in the market for a Glock and I was eligible for the Blue Label program, I would also consider the Shadow Systems
100%.
Family of pistols, and I would see whether or not I was eligible for their discount program. The name escapes me, but they offer
Patriot Protection Program.
Patriot Protection Program, something similar to that. Yeah, so they have a Shadow Systems Corporation has a military and law enforcement discount program as well, and their handguns they're Glock based. I'll say that.
It's what Glock wants to be. Glock is the Glock we have at home at this point. Don't tell Gaston I said that though.
Yeah, I really do like the Shadow Systems guns, and in terms of what they do for the discounts, yeah.
I am just joking. I love Glock. I still own a Glock. I carried Glock. That was actually the first gun I carried for, I want to say like 5 years was a Glock.
Nice.
I've recently just made the switch. Another cool thing about Shadow Systems is they're doing a rebate. So if you buy a Shadow Systems this month, I think it's till August 31st, you get to get store credit for them. So you can buy barrels, magazines, whatever you want.
Yeah.
So we did order some Shadow Systems to keep in stock for anybody looking to buy them and take advantage of that rebate. Michael asks, what's your bug out bag for the alien invasion, and shorts or pants?
Gotta be pants, bro.
But you're wearing shorts.
I'm wearing shorts right now. I'm not bugging out any place. I was bugging out
You
from
don't
my
get to
house
choose
to
your
here.
fight, Pat.
Yeah, well, let's hope that I don't have to fight today, I guess. Yeah, I think pants are my go-to in general, though. Like shorts, I just feel so unprotected.
This is going to be also a really weird compliment.
Uh-huh.
You inspired me to wear one line of pants, and that's pretty much all I own at this point.
Oh, dude, those pants are legit.
Wrangler ATGs, man.
Those things are.
I love Wrangler. I love the AT. I just hate that like they're not all the same. Like they're all like called the same thing, but some have two pockets. So
yeah, the various pocket configurations on those
I don't
pants.
Understand it.
That is what drives me to drink at this point. That is the thing that frustrates me.
Social, I'll drink to that.
Right, that shit is.
But I love how like stretchy they are.
So stretchy.
They're great.
They are plenty durable. They are breathable, and when you get sweaty and the pants start to get wet in certain spots or whatever, they dry out real quick. So they're just all around really nice. I'm glad that you like them. I definitely like them.
I own a pair of Vertex jeans, and they're really nice. I like the hidden pockets they have.
Yeah, they have very cool pocket setup.
Yeah, like they have like this weird little pocket like right here that's great for a mag. But Wrangler ATGs take the cake on that. I'm a very big fan.
Yeah, those things are legit. I first started buying those to compete in the tactical games, and then I was like, man, if I can wear them to do this shit, why don't I just wear them all the time?
And they're like gray. They're not like extremely tactical look. They're not a tactical
like the pockets. They don't really make them conspicuous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some tactical pants or cargo type pants, you wear them and you feel really conspicuous when you're wearing them. But with the ATG pants, especially like the black ones or the gray ones, you barely even notice that they're
extra pockets.
Right, that they have all these pockets and shit on them. So.
Wrangler, you should sponsor us.
Dude, that would be
Are they at one right now?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm still a baby and my mom buys all of my clothes for me on Christmas.
Dude, that's
so she bought me like 5 pairs of these.
And enjoy that shit while you can, bro, because eventually that stuff goes away.
Sorry, I read some of these ahead of time. I got, hold on. I want to finish Michael's. I'm sorry. Scatterbrain.
Go ahead.
What backpack do you use? Do you have like a specific like bug out bag?
No, I have like a SOG. I have like a SOG duffel type bag. So it's made by the same company that makes SOG knives, and it's just a tan rather duffel bag. It's pretty big. And it's got external pockets on either end of it, and then it's got just a little Velcro pocket on the one side. And I like it because it's relatively spacious, but it's also sort of discreet. It doesn't have like a bunch of molly and shit all over the outside of it. But as far as like my rifle bag, I have a rifle bag that's made by Rux, which I believe they're actually a version of American, tactical.
Or UX, right?
Yeah. RUKX, in fact.
KX, okay. Yep. Sorry.
I believe they're a division of ATI, if I'm not mistaken. So, but they have a bag that it looks like it could be carrying like a tennis racket or like a ukulele, or it doesn't have the look of a rifle bag like that.
Yeah.
Eberly stock bag that you have pulled up there. That really has like a tactical kind of feel to it. But if you show the Rux bag, personally, to me, it doesn't really strike me as a very tactical looking bag.
One of the bags I do want we are Savior dealers.
Yeah.
So if anybody has any Savior equipment that they want, let us know so we can order it. It's one of those things we can't really keep it in house because where am I going to put rifle bags and all that stuff? But they also make a tennis racket case that looks phenomenal. I'm going to try and pull it up quickly so I can link it in the chat. If you don't know who Savior is, you definitely should. They're probably one of the better rifle cases other than like Allen and stuff.
They're definitely very popular at this point. I just recently finished up working at UPS, and during my time there, I noticed we were shipping a significant quantity of those Savior bags to retail stores, but also to people who are ordering them direct from other places.
I'm loving them. I got to see them at SHOT.
They're
a great company.
Definitely got a lot of features going for them, and they, like I said, they seem to be pretty popular, so they're probably doing something correct.
I definitely, like I said, I was working on getting them in here before the fire. The fire happened. Now I can't really stock them, but we're taking special orders. So if it's something you want, please give me a reason to bring them in more. Please.
Very cool.
So the bag that I carry, I don't really carry it. It's kind of just in my closet, set up for bug out / assault-esque. I have an Everil stock G2, the gunslinger. I'll also link that if you want to see what it looks like. I say that so you don't leave us. Please don't leave us. But
yeah, I like that. I like the look of that bag, especially because it's kind of like a backpack and a rifle case.
Yeah.
All in one kind of outfit, which is nice. But again, it has like a kind of distinctive look to it. Like if I'm looking for a loot drop of a gun, like that bag looks like a loot drop.
I'm looking for him.
Right.
Yeah.
That bag looks a lot like a loot drop to me. So
that's more like my camping bag. If I'm going backpacking,
right.
I'll wear that. And that's also why I want to get a SIG cross.
Yeah.
So I can just fold it up, put it in there, and be golden. Sorry, I'm reading through your comments. I've been slacking. Any Ruger PC carbines? Not in stock at the moment, but I can definitely get you one. Super easy. The only thing I will say is you need a semi-automatic rifle permit in this lovely state of New York. To express the right to own a semi-auto rifle, you need to get the county's blessing.
We do have a Marlin camp gun up there.
Yes.
Which is pretty
I'll pull it
cool,
out
but I don't believe it's a takedown.
I can't touch it, but
That's
it's not a takedown.
Right.
This is like the original version of the PC carbine. Very cool. Wood.
Those took
classic.
Ruger mags, right?
They definitely don't take Glock mags.
I want to say they take like Ruger P89 mags, if I'm not mistaken.
That's cool. I didn't know that. I don't know what mags they take, actually. Can you even get P89? I assume you can. They're still really popular.
Oh, yeah.
Such a heavy gun. Jeez.
Ugly
and heavy.
sin, too.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Would you rather carry a P89 or a Jennings?
P89.
Even with the weight?
It's way more reliable gun, and because it's a double action first shot, if I press the trigger and I get some sort of weird failure to fire, I have a second strike capability, whereas with the Jennings, I have nothing.
Nothing.
Except to tap and rack, yeah.
Okay, I changed the Jennings. P89.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I just drew a blank on what I was going to say.
Okay. Fair.
Or SVD9.
I think I have to go with the SD9 VE on that, only because it's a more modern gun and it'd probably be easier for me to fix if something went wrong with it.
I heard that that's statistically the most locked up firearm. Like that's the most commonly found gun at a crime scene.
I'm sure of it.
That's all I can think about every time I see one.
I personally think they're kind of cool.
Really? All right, you heard it here. You heard it here first.
The thing is, if you look at what that gun is, it's actually like the Smith & Wesson M&P before there was a Smith & Wesson M&P. So it was kind of like it bridged the gap between the Sigma series of guns and the M&P series of guns, right? So it actually has a lot of aftermarket support out there. You can get like a trigger kit for it, and you can get like M&P sights will fit on that gun.
Really? That is cool.
Yes. So there's actually a lot more like you can do to make that a decent gun. The frame is always going to feel like a cheap piece of junk, and I acknowledge that. Like, but to me, that's the main difference between that gun and the M&P series is just the frame.
So when are you going to bring your Shadow Systems and put it on consignment so you can start carrying one of those? You making the switch?
Mm-hmm. I would have to do some pretty extensive testing, I think, to verify that was going to be workable for me. But I wouldn't be against it necessarily.
I don't own any guns, to be clear.
But I already
Don't
have
red
that.
flag me.
I already have that shadow system, so I don't know.
Charles says that he thinks I'm an alien and
Uh-huh.
I have way too much energy for a human being.
That's fair. I mean, I could see where he's coming from on that.
I was an ADHD kid. I had that label growing up.
Was or am or are.
I think I was wrongfully diagnosed,
Fair, could be.
but I'm just always in customer service mode, I guess, where I'm always happy. Like this, I have to be happy. Ugh, what do you want, sir?
I was gonna do the like zoom out and I have a gun to your head. But yes, be happy.
Be happy.
I mentioned
Brandon's in the house. What it do?
I mentioned red flagging a few minutes ago, and I have noticed, I have heard about 5 recent cases about red flags in the last month.
Hi. In there.
What's up, homie?
Hey, how are you?
Gross.
What are you
Brandon's
guys even
here.
talking about tonight?
Aliens and red
shit.
flags.
Yeah, dude, aliens are real, right? Like
Allegedly,
people are testifying in Congress and stuff, man. Like,
your government wants you to believe that they're real.
And pants.
did you?
We talked about pants for.
We're talking, pants are the main
moments.
topic. And you weren't here, so I'm giving away
Not in this house.
$90 worth
Guys.
of products.
Letter openers.
No, it's VHS.
Ah, it's VHS.
It's just
tape.
a VHS tape. So, B-Dog, tell us, how was the meeting?
Super good. So I was at the Bergen Town Planning Board meeting, or the zoning. No, not the zoning board. The planning
guys,
board. Yeah,
yeah.
the people that say yes or no. And we have gotten our approval to build TFP 2.0.
Heard it here first.
That's what's up.
So
Social?
yes,
I'm out of beer, so
this is-
I'm assed out. Sorry.
So we yeah, it was one of those things, like if we were to rebuild the building like pretty much exactly how it was, I think we could have been started by now. It would have been a few approvals, you got to get a building permit, things like that, but we are not one to keep things the same. So we saw some room for improvement and we're making some improvements. So we've got our full approval. I posted a site plan a little while ago of what the building is going to look like from like an overhead view. We'll be posting some more renderings as we get them. I don't want to, Tyler humbles me and reminds me that I often reveal too many things too early. So I want to make sure that once we announce what we're doing, that's fully like 100% what we're doing. But I can say TFP will be bigger and better and here for an even longer run than last time, I promise.
Love it. Very
yeah.
exciting. Great news for everybody.
So what do you guys even been doing?
As little as possible, as per usual.
We do things not because they're easy, but because we thought they would be easy.
That's it.
Let me get that put up.
I thought you were saying because I am hard.
We got some. We got some
questions?
questions.
The DR920 Combat is sick. You are correct. Do we have it in stock? Not right now, but I can definitely get you one. I just placed an order that was not on my order list, but for sure, I can definitely anytime get you one.
Do you see that Mr. 920?
No,
A Cricket
no I
920?
got a Sir 920.
A CR? The CR 920? That one doesn't roll off as well.
I didn't see who made that comment about the DR920, but
Peter.
I can absolutely, Peter, I can verify the DR920 is sick. I have the DR920L. I put a nice hollow sun optic on it. That thing is way more accurate than I am. Very cool handguns indeed.
Jeremiah asks, I'll say it again, I miss you. Jeremiah asks, Patrick,
Yes.
comma,
Uh-huh.
do you own a lever action?
So I'm gonna say that I'm gonna have to say no on that. I do not own a lever gun, but my deer hunting rifle is a 30-30. I do use a
So it's a lever gun.
Savage. No,
They only make lever 30-30.
I know, right? That's what most people think. I actually hunt deer with a bolt action 30-30, a Savage model 340.
Does that gun have a wood stock?
It has a wood stock. It has
I'm
iron
surprised.
sights. Yeah, I know it.
That's very unpatrick.
There's
We're not even
no
hunted.
there's no
animals.
optics.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no optical sights on that bad boy. It is just a straight up bolt action deer rifle with iron sights, and yeah, it's awesome.
I like. Why do you even need iron sights? Just
So the fuddness can infect any of us.
Oh, I got just a little tiny bit of FUD in me. Yeah, for sure.
Next thing you know, he's going to be using 12 gauge for home defense.
Oh my gosh,
Dude, that was like
my
the first gun that I ever hunted with was a Savage 340.
That is cool though.
Yeah. No, it's a super cool rifle.
Another person I miss dearly. I don't want to dox you based on what you're saying. He said he finally is getting around to putting together a few Andersons he picked up from us, and he remembers why he uses drop-in triggers in the past. First of all, I miss you. He helped us out Freedom Weekend a lot, and
my man.
I'm happy to see that you're building those.
Duh.
I always love to see our customers get stuff and build them. He went back home. He was here for college for a few years, and
Mike, what is a gun?
what is a gun? I don't know.
Go to bed.
I will sell you the DR920 when we get one. I promise. And Charles, thank you for telling me I'm awesome.
Aw.
Uh,
What?
Please say it again.
But he said you're awesome. I'm just messing with you.
Oh,
So you're not awesome.
tell me I'm awesome.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yes.
A lot of love
Yes.
on the TFP 2.0.
good.
And Michael
Good.
says, are pants required at TFP 2.0? No, they are actually encouraged not to be worn
Yeah.
at TFP 2.0.
We never had one of those no shirt, no shoes, no
That's
service
true. We
signs.
never actually had
No.
such a sign.
Because I don't believe in that. I mean,
Pants were always kind of optional.
One of
In
my
a way.
favorite
you have to have
Metallica.
money. That's like the only requirement to come
Just
here.
money.
You have to have money. No, just kidding.
One of my favorite Metallica lyrics of all time. Come as you are.
Oh, that was the Beatles. You don't know anything. You don't know anything about music.
Yeah.
God.
Kevin McCoy says,
So
Disavow.
no pants Tuesdays? Absolutely. We're going to get rid of Taco Tuesday.
All
Not
right.
necessary.
Kind of could still call it Taco Tuesday. Should I leave? Is this a family stream? Sorry.
Was.
Sorry. So I was at the planning board and we did our thing. We got our approvals and like we're getting up to leave and they can't take back the approval, right? And I literally asked them that. I turned around and I was like, before I ask a question, like you can't, there's no take backsies, right? Like you approved my thing. I can ask just a question, right? And they were like,
Mike's right here.
get going. They said to get going. They were like, get out of here. They wouldn't let me ask my question. No, they wouldn't. But it didn't matter.
What was your question?
Because we're, we might have a little bit more room. Like day one of opening the store, we might, have like 1 square foot that's free. And I was like, could I rent it maybe to someone? Like, how does that work? And they were like, it's not hard to get like approval to be not, like if you're building a strip mall, that's one thing. That's not what this is, but I don't know if like even
renting out an office.
or like one of these guys, like if these guys want to get more into like gunsmithing, or like if Pat wanted to, rent a small office to be a classroom for one-on-ones or things like that. The production work that we've been talking about, I don't know. You sent me the furniture catalogs for the couches,
The leather
whatever,
ones,
whatever
right?
that was about. Yeah, for easy cleaning.
Yeah.
And I was just like, hey, what's up with that? Yeah, Tim, the engineer, the architect was like, I could feel him like mentally like pulling on my shirt, like, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? Like, get the approval for your thing, then we'll come back later. Like, stop trying to get your fingers into everything, Brandon. Same thing you guys tell me. Stop getting your grubby little fingers in everything.
Yeah, just like you've
Let
gotten
us-
what you can.
Let us do
to
our
get.
jobs and
Like,
just,
yeah.
Brandon, go over there, stand in the corner and think about what you did. You say that to me every day. Don't act surprised. Don't look at me like that. I'm
Always
quoting you
putting
back to
The
yourself.
cart before the horse. That was great emoji.
That was good.
That was
emoji
funny. You
use.
just had to be there. Sorry, you're not in the TFP Discord. Sorry.
Oh,
Peter asks, how many Pokemon cards for that DR920?
So I've been going to the Avon Flea Market, which I don't think we're going to be at this week. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's not happening.
No, only because, if we go, it'll just be a trailer with some stickers on it.
And Pokemon
Maybe.
cards.
Yeah.
And
No, you can't leave those unsecured, dude. Those will fucking walk. You serious? That's gold. That's like leaving a catalytic converter just out there these days. But But we've been setting up there. Did you talk about where we are going? 100% confirmed.
Not yet.
The Genesee Country Village Museum, dude.
Well,
What
finish
the
your
fuck?
part.
The Great Outdoors Fest.
Finish your
How many
first
can we-
statements.
Are we rated R now?
I
Yeah.
Have we dropped any?
Just now.
We actually managed to be pretty good.
PG-13 until I game.
Not even.
You drop
PG.
one, right? You drop one. Okay. So we've been going to the Avon Flea Market, and that's been a lot of fun. But we have a better event, not a better event, just a different event that we're going
Don't
to.
say better.
It's not better. It's just different. The Genesee Country Village Museum is doing their first annual Great Outdoors Fest. So anything to do with the out of doors, so not the inside of doors type stuff, but out of doors. So they have like axe throwing. They've got, I mean, I love the Genesee Country Village Museum because they do both. Like they'll have all the historical stuff, but then like we're going to be there selling MREs and camping stuff and modern gear. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a new event for them, but it looks like a blast. Yeah, right there. The Genesee Valley Great Outdoors Fest. That is this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 4. We will be there set up with our Milsurp gear. It'll be a lot
That
of fun.
is super dope, man. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Trying to get a link.
He'll get there. I believe in you.
Again, you can't click it until after the stream. You can't leave
Todd.
us.
So Todd asked if we had room for a certain type of pole. It's similar to a fireman's pole, and I asked about a fireman's pole because there's going to be 2 stories, right? And I know the boys would love a fireman's pole.
Obviously.
And we had like a solid, and I'm. It hurts me to think of what I'm paying him hourly to talk to me about this. But, we had a good 15-minute discussion, so probably like $80 worth of discussion time was focused on can we do a fireman's pole? And short answer is no. It's too like you just can't do it.
I mean, you
these
can,
days.
but he's too cheap.
Literally, the hardest part of it is it becomes what's known as a shaft. And I mean, we're all fans of shafts, but this kind of this kind of shaft, you have to do all sorts of fire suppression things because that's how fires will spread between 2 different floors is through an open shaft. I'm just going to keep saying shaft as many times as I can. Shaft. So no fireman's pole. Sorry.
No shafts.
Michael said that was Nirvana.
Mike-
Yes, it was. There's like this long-term running inside joke at the shop. I would always make Josh really pissed because a song would be on, and I'd be like, "Oh, I love this song by the Beatles," and he would just look at me like, "It's not the Beatles." Like I know, it's just funny. He
Yeah.
What's that one song he always sings by? Post Malone
Hey
does a
there,
cover.
Delilah.
No,
What's it like? Well,
Post Malone does a cover of it. I'm drawing a blank on the name, and I always scream when he's playing it. This is my favorite Post Malone song.
you're
not
my brown-eyed squirrel.
I only want to be with you.
Is that it?
That song, yeah. I
Oh,
only want to
okay.
be with you, and I always just scream that that's my favorite Post song when he's playing. loves it.
It's too good. It's too good.
Mike says he's in the market for a lever action 22. What do we recommend? 100% Henry.
We have
Recommend
Henry's.
coming down here because we have
Bunch of Henrys.
a lot. We have a lot.
Yeah, you mentioned like you asked on stream, and we'll hook you up. We'll definitely hook you up on pricing with a Henry 22 lever gun. I'm always going to recommend a Henry for a lever unless it's a pre-64 Winchester. But if you want like a plinking 22 or plinking rifle that's lever gun, Henry all day.
Mm-hmm. Made in America or not made at all.
Exactly. And just like the quality. They're
They're great.
They just make them.
Henry 22s are very well made
Mm.
guns. Can't say enough nice stuff about them.
$3.99. I have one behind me for $3.99.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not building the new 4-acre outside combat range.
Who said that? Oh man, we keep joking that we're going to use the proceeds from the military surplus sales to fund like that kind of stuff, like a grenade throwing range or whatever out back. So come down and buy more military surplus stuff. How about that new firing pin logo up in the top right corner?
That one? We got stickers of
Pretty
that now.
cool. It's a pretty cool sticker. I like it.
Stop just looking at me. Keep talking.
But I don't know what to say. I don't want to talk over you, God forbid. Waiting for you to say
Oh.
something over there.
Don't get mad at me. Yell at Dave.
Oh my gosh. Did you see during that UFO interview. They asked the one guy, he said something, and they were like, to clarify, you're saying that UFOs have hurt U.S. personnel, or that we have hurt U.S. personnel? And he was just like, yes. Mic drop. Like, yeah. UFOs have, and so have you. Where's my tinfoil hat? That congressional, like, that stuff's getting crazy.
It's all a distraction.
I think it is. Was it Bluebeam? What's the? Can we, Jamie? Can we Google something right now? I think look up Project Bluebeam. Maybe there is. What was that? Penis envy? No, wait. What was the? There was a
Blue Chew.
There's a.
That's boner pills.
Oh man. Thank you. There's
It's a conspiracy theory.
yes.
Dude, those are boner
That
pills.
they like basically they're trying to release aliens, and that's going to prove that like all of Christianity and all the religions are wrong, and then that's going to unite us into like a one world government to fight the aliens, and that's going to be like that's the ruse that the blue helmets take over, and like you can't, we have to unite as Earth to yes, agreed.
Just take us.
The aliens?
Yeah. Just leave me with my Genesee.
I just want to know if we're compatible. I'll say that with the alien. If we can,
I can't
tell
stop
me you
thinking
wouldn't,
about
tell me
that.
you wouldn't try it.
I don't like these thoughts.
If you had one of those avatar tail things, would you do that? Like the co-mingling? What's that? What did they call it?
I don't know.
We've watched Avatar a couple times lately, and I just can't. I want to know what they actually. They have like the Foley artist, the guy that like clip clop, like makes the horse sound in the soundstage or whatever.
You're rumbling people's phones.
I have never
Like this.
watched any of the Avatar pictures.
They make a sound when their tails do the thing. Yeah, so
I-
that's it. That's it.
I started to watch the first one, and I couldn't do it, man.
It's a lot.
Very
They're,
very anti-American propaganda.
it is. It's Fern Gully. 2020, whatever the hell that movie came out. 20,
Well, basically, it was all
it
just
came out like 2000.
it was all just propaganda against the war in
Mhm.
Iraq, right? It was all just like,
Yeah.
oh, we're going to war for unobtainium, and we're okay.
Yeah, and that's literally that's the word they use, unobtainium.
Yeah.
It's like,
Stupidest shit.
I'm gonna skip ahead. And John
you can
asks,
build a heck of a submarine, though.
"What if the aliens are hot and friendly?" And all I could think about is the aliens from the movie Species.
They hot.
I'd die.
What's that mean?
Let me pull up a picture for you.
Yeah, but didn't the aliens from the movie Species want to eat you?
Oh, okay.
I remember watching these way too young.
That's not good.
I was way too young when I saw these.
Yeah. VCR's worn out on that scene, I bet.
Why is it all? What even happens when a VCR? Does it get all weirdly colored?
What?
I remember VCRs, but I was like 5, 6.
It's because it's like an actual
I get
physical
it.
tape.
I get
You
it.
can get worn out.
But what happens when it wears out? Does it lose sound? Does it look weird?
Yeah, it looks strange,
It's like how it should be.
and the
And
sound
then
gets fucked
it doesn't
up too.
look like that.
Thanks, John.
That's good. Good job.
Mhm.
Good job.
I forgot who I didn't post
Fresh
it,
from the Genesee.
but somebody said that we went from VHS tapes to aliens
To pants.
pants to shafts.
It was Jeremiah.
That's just.
Welcome to the Firing Pin Life.
Yeah, it used to be a gun show.
And the
then-
entire time we've been defending your foreskins. that's like the umbrella over all of this.
Blood spots on our crotches.
That's like, I shouldn't say I've never gone to a protest because I'm kind of somewhat famous for going to a protest like once.
Once in your
That's
life.
the only one I've gone to though. But I would go to one of those. Like I would wear white pants and fucking put blood.
I
on
just
my
want you just to
crotch. Yeah.
have fun.
Ugh.
Patrick,
Yo,
All right. Cool.
Camp Virginia is no more.
What is it now?
What is it now?
Probably
What is it now?
camp. Something.
And John, yes, we do have one of those light colored M70s.
Mm-hmm.
The sad thing about those guys is Zastava is no longer importing them to America.
The last ones.
So like those are the last of the.
Why is Zastava no longer?
Because Ukraine needs more money.
Serbia, yeah.
Isn't Serbia getting kind of hot?
Yeah, exactly.
So that is legitimately why they're keeping them. But
I see.
don't
Sounds
be mad
kinda
at me, Ukraine.
selfish.
I mean, yeah, Americans need it more.
It's gone. They just closed Camp
They could
Virginia.
sell them to us and then use that money to buy more of them. Like they could buy more guns if they sold us theirs.
Or at least better guns.
Yeah,
There we go.
or get a better platform.
There we go.
By
2 for 1. Like they're sending
modern,
us 2 of those for an AR.
by modern rifles.
I wonder what the price is because of import. Like how much? Like does it double because it's being imported? Like does that just bringing it over here double the price? Like it's yeah. I would love to know. Someone in Serbland, tell us how much a Zastava goes for.
Please, if you're out there watching from Serbia, please.
Right
Nikolai's holding the coat hanger just right. He's
Hard to
getting
believe
like
that we're
bootleg
not.
Starlink.
Hard to believe we're not more popular over there.
Nikolai, you get the track satellite.
Really big in Serbia.
Let me pull up. Actually, like it's probably
You
all
don't know, dude.
VPNs. I can tell you, I have analytics.
I can't think of any other Eastern European people's name other than Nikolai, but he's watching.
What's like the American general name?
Ted Johnson. John.
Is it John Doe? Like,
I mean, yeah, that's like the
Every language has one of those,
type
don't they?
name.
Probably.
oh yeah, for sure. But I feel like we can't get into most of them because it would be considered not okay.
So okay, like what? Like
United
how many people
States-
are watching from India?
Let me talk.
How many?
Obviously, America's the coolest.
Yeah.
95% United States, 2% Canada. I love when Canadians come here and shoot and they'll listen to us. That's pretty
Mhm.
cool. So thank you for listening to Canada.
Oh,
Less than 1% in Singapore.
We need to bump up those numbers.
It doesn't work that way
why doesn't it say the numbers?
because that's not how this
It doesn't
works.
tell me anything. 2%. Is that 100 people? Is that 1,000,000?
Well, it's
2% of our viewership is not 1 million.
that's 3,000. 3,000 from Singapore, 4,000 from India, 6,000 from Switzerland.
Nice.
We're all over the country. It's pretty cool actually, but they're all probably VPNs. I assume.
Yeah.
I don't know if that like comes
Probably.
in.
That's a
Our
shame.
gender is 97.7 mainly male.
That tracks.
That does track.
That makes sense.
I'm surprised women don't want to hear about saving foreskin.
Yeah.
You
That's
think
part,
that
that's part
would
of the
matter?
problem. Honestly, that's part of the problem.
I'm against female circumcision as well. No. And
Good.
our
That's-
age range,
That's a strong position. That's a brave.
35 to 44-year-olds.
I think Todd and Dave are really skewing.
yeah,
those, aren't they?
because they're old.
That's where the 60 plus.
23 to 27, 27.3%. Shout out to my age
It's
group.
pretty cool.
I'm almost 27. It hurts.
Oh, are you almost 27, Ty? Are
Yeah.
you? Oh, okay.
In a few days.
Yeah. Next week I'll be 40.
Still gilf.
40. Yep.
Still a guilt.
Your wife,
Still gilfing
your
it
wife
up.
is still taking shots at you on the stream.
Yeah, she's still into
If
me.
the aliens look like Pat, she would let them in. I'll let you deal with that.
Oh, I'll be dealing with that. I'll be going home and dealing with that.
What do you mean?
Bleep blop, intruder alert.
I'll tell you when you're older.
Nathan asks, are we able to make it any M82 A1s legal? Try anything once.
You lock that magazine. You're good to go.
Doesn't mean you'll be able to use it much.
I mean, could you not go featureless though? Could you not do like a crowned muzzle and like a fin grip?
I believe on those Barretts, you need the muzzle
You
device.
got to have some kind of a break, right?
In the manual, it says because you can take it off to clean it.
And just
Don't
put
shoot
back
it without
on.
it though. Yeah, because it reduces it that much. You'll break it without it. Like, but I think if you pin the magazine, the Barrett actually the hardest part on the Barrett would be figuring out where you're going to clip your bungee strap to hold the charging handle back. That's how I would do it. Is I would have some type of little strap assembly, pull your charging handle back, strap it into place. Then you can finger the rounds into there because the ejection window is obviously massive because your round is massive. So compared to, I mean, like an AK, think of like if you had to top load an AK like that, it's kind of the same premise, but you're talking the size of a 50 cal shell. So it might be hard to get that 10th round in there, but you could do it. You could do it. Somebody in the comments asked how much a Barrett is. I think they're like 8,500, maybe not. Let's say 9,500
Give or take.
on an M82. The M107s are more like 13, maybe even touching 14. And it's crazy. That's not even the most expensive gun they sell. There's versions of the MRAD that are more than the M107, which is strange to me. I would think, how do you get? I guess it's because of the barrels, yeah. But
so stream time's always a little different whenever I upload it to YouTube or whatever way you're going to listen to it later. It's going to be a little bit off on the timestamp. But right now, I'm going to insert a word during this blank. And during that word, or for that word, all you have to do is just be the first to message us or comment or answer it on the Spotify poll or whatever. And you will win this gorgeous VHS tape.
so what do they do?
Remember a couple months ago, we left a blank and then I voiced over a word. And then the first person to say that word in the comments, in Messenger, whatever.
So in post-production, he's going to edit the word at that timestamp that he just predetermined.
So someone has to run down here and tell you the word?
No, they're going to do
work
it
too if you're first.
In the future. They can't do it live. They're going to have to do it after we post to Spotify.
What if I guess the word right now?
Okay, take a guess.
Sassafras.
Oh, you win.
No.
Well, you're just going to change
Why
it.
don't you just leave? We found out our friend from Singapore,
Yeah?
Mike. His VPN is on. LOL. Lol.
LOL.
Good job, Mike.
Thank you for being our view from Singapore.
Thanks for watching from Singapore.
Dylan wants to know if we are able to purchase PSA lowers through us since they aren't sending to New York State residents. Everything you said in your comment is pretty much everything I'm going to regurgitate back. Don't buy PSA lowers because they will not ship to New York.
In the garbage.
Yeah, don't support them. I hate PSA.
The only thing I liked about PSA was the meme lowers they would make.
Yeah,
they made some good meme lowers.
Meme lowers were cool, but I can't support them. They don't support you. So
I liked their stealth lowers. I thought their stealth lowers were pretty cool with like the limited roll marks on them. I also liked the fact that they were all about like getting mass-produced, cheap stuff out there to everybody to make the AR pattern rifle as accessible as possible. Once they stopped doing that,
they still market that way.
Yeah, but they don't do it for people that are in restricted states, which is where we need more proliferation of those parts kits, right?
No respect for PSA.
We need those parts kits more now than we ever did before, probably. Yeah. So frustrating.
Todd said 59.
What?
I just wanted. Oh, I think that's how old he is.
Yeah. So you're over here complaining about being 27. Meanwhile, I'm going to be 40.
But dude, this is
Todd's
the oldest
over
I've
here
ever been.
like, yeah,
Todd,
and you're going to be even older tomorrow.
Hopefully.
I have a question for Todd. I hope he's watching. Todd, what would it take? Could we get
Mike's over here.
I don't know if you want me to say this. Could you come in and do a house call? Maybe not him. Could we do like live prostate exams on the stream?
For whom?
Would you? For charity? Live on the stream?
Would I what?
Why did
Get a prostate exam.
Would I
You're of the
receive a
age-
prostate
You should.
exam
Did
on
you ever get
the
one?
live stream?
Have you had one? I've never
I
had
have
one.
had one, yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm a man of a certain age.
Is it bad?
Did you?
I feel like I should go.
Did you moan?
No, but
Sometimes
is it
things
bad?
happen
Do you think it's good to have a man stick his finger in your ass? Like,
I mean,
I don't.
the body doesn't know.
I don't
the
understand the
difference.
question.
He doesn't know the difference.
That sounds like Brandon's
You mean
argument.
like man, woman? Like,
Yeah.
what did you mean?
I don't
I'm just
understand.
trying to think of what Brandon would say.
I don't understand the question.
If we turn the lights off, right?
But that's the thing. You're in a doctor's office, and the lights are very on.
Lights are very on.
It is not. It's not a date.
We don't have a shower
guys.
here. Yeah, it'd be a whole thing.
Like there's
I
a
got
whole.
I got a real I got like a real proposal. Why don't we
That was a
take
real proposal.
Why don't we take the medication they prescribed the night before, wait a couple hours, and then do an ad read?
Because it makes you poop.
Because it makes you just release everything. Everything.
What?
Everything.
Do an ad read while trying to hold your shit together, literally.
I don't think that.
That sounds
I
fun.
don't think our
It's a
advertisers
competition.
would
This is
appreciate that
Mr.
at
Beast
all.
type
Who
content.
do we? Is it like a Taco Bell? Who would want that?
Taco
What
Bell.
advertiser?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what?
Is that like an art?
They don't want that, but that's
See
what
if
the
Todd said he can do it. Scroll down.
I want to get pepper sprayed for
Yes,
ad weed.
he just says yes. That's all I need.
He wants to
Todd,
get pepper.
call me.
Wait,
Todd, call
what are we doing? Now we're getting pepper sprayed and doing.
I want to get pepper sprayed for an ad read.
All right.
So
I'd do
you
it.
would rather get pepper sprayed than get a health checkup
I'm probably
on
in
the
that.
company dime?
I'm probably in that camp as
You
well.
would
I
get paid.
I'm gonna get paid either way.
It would be paid for, and you would be paid to get your oil checked.
You know what? I think
you're not gonna.
I think we'd be better served by getting our lead levels checked.
Ah.
To be perfectly.
Cut that! Cut that! Cut that! Cut that! Cut that! Cut that!
I think we'd be better
Pat,
served.
you get a free VHS. Your wife says you're a
I thought
gilf.
someone said no.
Hey,
means
thank
no.
you. I appreciate
No.
that.
I
What
agree.
about
April.
snowshoes?
Jeremiah just
He's
says
trying to
snowshoes.
guess the word.
He wants us
It is
Or
not
he's just-
snowshoes.
He's just trying to get us off this topic, and he wants us to really dig into snowshoes.
Jeremiah also says F star star star
Ow.
PSA. They can ingest a satchel of Richards.
Yes.
What?
That's a lot of calories.
Eat a whole sack of.
Oh, I thought he meant like men named Richard.
Nope. Satchel of dicks. Bag of dicks.
65 here. John's a badass too. He just went on like a 2-week, 10-day, some kind of canoe trip that he sent me a whole bunch of pictures of.
Yeah.
He's a badass.
Because you
dude.
can't do it.
I can't. I'm not that cool.
Peter is still debating the DR920. I love that this man's whole thought process on the stream has been the DR920. His big debate is the Elite or the Combat. Do they qualify for Blue Label? How long to until they get one? So all of our orders take about a week to get. I would have to double check their Blue Label program for
My
whether or not.
DR920P or excuse me, DR920L was covered under the special pricing.
But do you work for Loomis?
No, but it's all the same. It's all.
I don't know. Every company has different. I don't know if their company covers.
Oh,
like
that's
that.
Interesting.
So,
okay.
Glock does, but I don't know if Shadow does. So I'd have to check more on that. I could get it for you in hopefully a week. Sometimes those specialty buy programs take a little longer. Do you like the Combat or the Elite, Pat?
So the Elite is the one with the spiral. I would have to look at the features to know the exact difference between
I'll
the
pull them
two.
up for you.
Thank you. Yeah, that would be helpful.
I have the Samsung Galaxy
Ooh, the Galaxy is nice.
S20.
It's a good one.
Calls 911.
Yeah.
That.
So the DR. Hold on, go down. He's looking at the DR.
The
The
derp.
P. Up one. Sorry.
Patrick, that was up one.
The DR.
You
the
just
Mer-
skipped it
Merle.
again.
Patrick.
He scrolls so
Right
fast, dude. He just
DRP up one from there. There you go, right there.
just the DR.
Okay, thank you. So the Combat,
Doesn't have any lightning cuts.
it doesn't have any lightning cuts. You don't care about the lightning cuts. The cuts in the slide,
I like the lightning
Don't-
cuts.
they're purely aesthetic though. They literally don't make any difference in the cycling of the gun. It's
It
not
makes it
going-
lighter, though.
It's not that. I promise it's not enough that you're going to perceive it.
Then why would they call it a lightning cut if it doesn't make it that much lighter?
Because it's cool like lightning.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Moving right along.
I say go for an Elite.
That's
I
the
carry an
industry by
Elite.
himself.
Okay. So I would suggest to you that if you're looking at the elite, then unless you're eligible for the threaded barrel, there's really no reason to get the elite instead of the combat. Personally, I would just get the combat without the lightning cuts and without the fluted barrel. It's just personal preference thing on my part, but
Yeah, is it?
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
it's subjective.
Go
But
with the
since you
elite.
asked.
The elite looks way
Okay.
cooler.
That's another subjective opinion. You're welcome to it.
If you don't look cool, it's not even worth doing it.
Right.
Rule number 1 is look cool. So
That is rule 1 and 2, actually. Thanks, Pat. Austin says we should have loft style second floor with a tube that slides down in TFP 2.0.
that does sound really entertaining.
That would be fun.
I agree. That would be neat for the kids.
There will be a stairwell, so we could like lube it up maybe, or like Crisco it up. It's close, right?
All right.
I think it's close. I think we'll send it.
I think we should just do a slide.
Zip line. Do a zip line out the window.
Down.
Just
Zip line down.
straight down to a ball pit.
Speaking of pants,
Do a ball
my
pit and
pants
just-
have a belt and my belt has a D-ring.
Ooh, nice. So it's a
So I
VTEC
can
belt.
so I can zip line
It's
down.
your VTEC belt.
Michael says, pantless men everywhere in the loft refusing to leave from the climb up.
Come on, shoot. Go home.
Go these pantless men
Get out of here.
It's weird. I've seen Brandon
Just like
with a lot of pantless men.
Throwing 9 mil like outside. Go get it.
This one's important. Shh.
Okay.
Randy asks, any word on the TFP lowers from Freedom Weekend?
Yeah, Ty. Yeah, Ty.
I am slaving hard over those lowers.
Yeah.
Every day
Were
I'm
you
just
steaming them.
yeah.
So what was that? He's sanding them. He's sanding them down.
I'm etching the
He's on a fucking
the
buffer.
logos.
He's on a buffer wheel. Just
Tyler is handcrafting those things on a day in, day out basis.
when I toured the Remington factory, circa like 2010 or 11, back before one of their buyouts that they'd had, they were still like making a ton of stuff there. And there's dudes like, okay, to make the Remington 870, right? There's like, say, 100 different operations, right? You take the piece of steel and you make this hole, and you take the piece of steel and you do this to it. And that would be like one dude's job. He just had like, here's the thing, and I have to make this contour. And he just had like a grinding wheel and a buffing wheel, and he would take one out of the bin and he would go, and he would go over to this one and like polish it a couple times, put it in another bin. And he did that for like 10 hours a day. Just like he'd put that like radius or whatever. It was just like one specific, that's all he did.
Wow, great story.
No,
Not
no.
gonna answer his
What was
question.
the fucking, that's what you were doing. Yeah. Where
Can I
are
answer
they?
his question?
Why aren't you making them? Make the lowers.
Last I heard, they are supposed to be done this week.
Make one.
If they are not done this week, I will be contacting our friend, and we will be getting. They're coming. I promise. They were in like the final stages, but we ordered a lot of them, so we have to wait for them all to be finished.
So they're
before
like
we can
getting
order them.
anodized,
They were like
essentially.
yes,
Good.
they should have been finished up getting anodized like this week.
Nice.
So I promise I will stream it from the rooftop from the mountains of Virgin. Hey, all you guys.
You guys.
Philip, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. We're not talking about guns. We're talking about pants.
Well, we were talking about the Shadow Systems pistols. We do talk about guns still, guys. Jesus, I
But
swear.
mainly
Christ.
pants.
Jesus, I swear.
And
we
pantless
still talk
men.
about guns.
The UFO, if UFOs wore pants, would they wear them this way, or would they wear them?
Yes,
This
they
way.
would. They would definitely do that.
Charles, I promise you can still win. You just have to listen again.
Tomorrow, yeah.
You just have to listen tomorrow when it's uploaded.
Just listen fast, just put it on twice the speed, or just skip to whatever the timestamp was.
And we love you too.
Aw.
Huh. Feels good to be loved. UFOs that wear pants with shafts.
With just what?
that's-
I think that might actually be the title of the stream.
Thank you for your service, Jeremiah.
I am gonna copy that. Can you write that down for me, Joe? Because I think that might be the
UFOs with pants with shafts. What? What? All right.
Yep.
It was a great live stream. We had
We should have just gone home after the planning board.
And we somehow managed to sneak circumcision in there somewhere. Like, as always.
We. No, you.
I didn't. It was him.
Okay.
And he tried talking about getting a live prostate exam.
He did do that.
Who thinks of this shit?
He did do that. Yep.
That's something that me and Mike have been talking about from All Star. Like Mike from
UFOs?
All Star, no prostate exams. Mike from All Star and
You doxed him and
Joe
Oh my.
and the other guys from Escarpment,
Frank?
all of them.
So all you're just talking about prostate.
Yanto,
exams.
yeah.
I'm glad.
I talk to older men, not just you.
When I graduated high school, you slowed down. UFO firing pin shirts. I think we should make that work.
I want to believe.
You see UFO and foreskin.
What? UFO firing pin pants. I like that.
I am curious if we can even make pants.
I mean,
The
Like,
shitty
if
thing is,
we
like,
could?
you'd have to order like at least 20 of them to make it worth it.
Oh.
And now we're ordering 20 UFO pants. If you buy 20 of them, sure.
There are little kids making pants right now. I'm pretty sure we could do it.
We could get pants. You got a pant? You don't have a pant guy? I got a pant guy.
Pretty sure.
You got a pant guy. I got you, man.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Good stream.
any last minute
Good
things you want to bring up?
Job, guys.
While we
See if-
still have people.
TFP 2.0, we got the final approval tonight from the town board. So we will be building her up soon. The rest of the building will be coming down and they'll be pouring foundations and, footers and this and that. And,
Hopefully before anybody sees this live stream.
Is the area going to be condemned while there's deconstruction and stuff?
No. So that is, excuse me. What? Oh, wow, that's embarrassing. They have one of the overall guiding design philosophies, or like one of the things that we are really holding near and dear to the whole process is that this has to stay open. The mobile shooting range has to stay open, and this has to stay open. This retail space. I can't promise that there won't be a few days where that can't happen. Like, I have to imagine when they're setting like trusses or whatever, like that there's got to be some kind of crane on site. Like, there might be some days where we have to shut down completely, and I don't like that. But if that happens, we'll let you know. I mean, the range is portable. I'm sure we would just have to get some type of variance from the ATF if we had to move into another space for a few days or a week or a month or whatever, like a gun show type of situation. I'm sure it can be done. So stay tuned, I guess, for that. But
Didn't you say you were taking us on vacation when all that was happening? I'll pull those
Yes.
texts back up.
to lovely Southwoods Resort. In
That
Wait,
is a
that's
cool
where you
spot.
did that one? Street.
Yes. Yes.
That is a cool spot.
So, and another thing that we're going to really, really try to do is work from the range this way. So, we are hoping to pour some concrete, get some things moving as far as the shooting range goes, and work basically from east to west. And the retail store would be the last thing that's like worked on. So there's a chance, I can't make any promises, but there's a chance that the range might be open well before the store. Like, you might see a shell of a building up, and there's another 2 months worth of work on the inside, but we've got it figured where you can get into just the range, and we can send the mobile range back, and we can be back up shooting ARs and everything back over there. So yeah, other than come see us at the Genesee Country Village and Museum this weekend. We will be set up in their vendor area for their great outdoor fest. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah,
it's
me
gonna be
too.
a lot of fun.
I'm very happy they allowed us to do it. Like, thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
yeah.
you, guys.
Yeah. I also we've been working on a lot of things behind the scenes. I just want to say that. We're working on a lot of things behind the scenes. There's some cool things happening. Stay tuned.
Brian asks, have we talked about the POF tombstone from the video that we posted earlier? We really
talked about the video.
we haven't talked too much about that gun in general on the stream. It is a pretty cool firearm. It's basically just kind of a modern take on a lever gun. So, you know, it's very traditional in a lot of ways. In terms of like the overall feel of the gun, I guess, would be more like retro, but all made obviously with modern machines and techniques, and has an aluminum handguard with M-lock all over it for mounting different accessories. It's got a rail for mounting optics and stuff like that. And it accepts detachable magazines as well. So,
and we're doing $100 rebate. So you buy it, you get $100 gift certificate to the firing pin.
nice.
What'd you think of that video? Please tell me it was good. I worked really hard on that and nobody saw it.
It's also a great option for New York State. It's one of the only options now, unless you have your semi-automatic rifle license.
Yep.
If you're just an average person, you know, maybe you just moved here to New York, or you just turned 18, you want to buy a rifle for home defense. That's a great option. I love how thin it is compared to almost any other, you know, like the Ruger PC carbine is substantially, you know, just wider than that. So that's sometimes a consideration too, maybe for whatever storage reasons you have or whatever your situation may be. That's a nice, I think svelte is the word I want to use.
Yeah, it's sleek.
Michael, to quickly answer, it's on our Facebook. It was posted yesterday. Does it come in standard lever action calibers? No, it only comes in 9 for now. And last question, because I love Jim. Jim asks, any word on the KSG 410 release? No, I don't have anything on that. Yeah, I hope soon. I'm all for it.
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah, Borther.
Stay tuned. Watch this video again. I know, I'm sorry. You have to watch it all over again. But I promise there will be that little word for this VHS. Any last minute things, guys?
No, thank you guys for watching the stream. We really appreciate it, and we enjoy being here with you guys as always. I know I joke a lot about
Pants,
different stuff pertaining to the content, but I love working on the show with you guys, and
I like how Pat apologized for being a jokester. Like he's sitting up here with us too, and he's like, "Sorry, I just get out here,
just messing around, guys.
I joke around too much." He's up here with us.
Sorry, I don't take it seriously.
Bye, guys.
Bye.